Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited to see you guys again, but it's quite unfortunate that I have to be in sunglasses today because my eye is really hurting, and doctor advised that probably when less light is penetrating into my eye will make it better. So that's how I'm going to be shooting the video today. Anyways, today's video is going to be about my application process, like how I applied for school, my visa, my everything. So stay tuned and don't go anywhere. I'm really trying for you guys because I'm supposed to be resting my eyes right now, but I'm sitting in the sun trying to give you guys better lighting and better content. So make sure to give this video a like and turn on your post notifications so that next time when I upload a video, you'll be the first to get it. Okay? Okay, so let's get into the video. So most of you have been asking me whether I did the process myself, whether I had help, and yes, I had help from my uncle. He was in Canada by then, so I think I was in Legon for like a year whilst I was processing these things, so that in case it doesn't go through, I'm not left behind and all that. So yes, I'm talking too much. First of all, the first thing we had to do was to look for a school. So here am here I was, an SHS girl. I didn't know anything about Canada. I didn't know which school and all that. But I chose my school, Lakehead. I chose it. I don't know why I chose it. I just chose it because maybe it had the courses that I wanted to do. So you choose the school, then you go to their page, then you check their requirements. Like every school and their requirements. My school just wanted my transcript, my WASI results for the beginning. Yes, that's what I used to. Before I talk about my school, I think I'll tell you guys, like, when you are going to look for schools, make sure you pick a public school, because with that one you have better opportunities after you're done with school, because you can work, you can do so many other things. But if you choose a private school, when you're done, go home. You understand? Unless maybe you have your other means of getting PR and other stuff. But a public school, when you're done, you get a postgraduate. You can apply for a postgraduate work permit, and that allows you to stay longer in Canada. Do you understand? Okay, so back to what I was saying. That's how come I came across my school, Lakehead University. So I opened their page and I read a little about the school, and I'm like, okay, this is a nice school, it's good for me. Then I checked their requirements. They wanted my WASI results, my transcript, and so I created a separate email that I wanted to use for this school application and blah blah blah. Yeah, so I filled out their application form and everything, and then I submitted it. And then when you submit it, I think there's an application fee that you have to pay. At the time I applied for it, it was around $90. So I paid with my daddy's card, and yeah, then I sent my application. After I applied for the school, like, I'm a very impatient person. I kept going back to the email, checking, and then I got an email saying that, oh, I had been accepted into the school. Like, I was very excited, like, I've been accepted, blah 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 blah. And then I have to pay an initial deposit. I think every school will be different, but I have to pay like an initial deposit to show them that yes, I have accepted their acceptance. So to show them how serious you are about coming to the school. And I think it's within a limited period. So if you don't pay within that period, then it means you lose your acceptance letter. For my school, they didn't ask me to pay part of my fees before getting my acceptance letter. After I paid the application fee for the application, they just got the email. Then after some, I think days, like a week, then I got my acceptance letter and everything. But some other schools may require you to pay some of your fees before they give you the acceptance letter and all. So if you see that, don't panic, just go with it. Okay, so now that I have my acceptance letter, I have to continue to apply for my visa. Now, I was a student, meaning my parents were still taking care of me. So they asked for my passport pictures, my acceptance letter to show that that's the reason why I'm going to Canada. And they asked for proof of funds, which is the bank statement. That's my parents' bank statement, you know. And they also asked for sponsorship letter. And a sponsorship letter is a letter from your guardian or your parents telling them that yes, they are aware that you have applied to a school and have been accepted, and that this isn't this and this, like this your fees that are going to pay, and yes, they are ready to pay it. So it's like, and like, how do I say this, like, yeah, approval, like a permission letter from your parents to them that yes, you can go ahead with the processing. Okay, so about the bank statement, it's not about you going to create a bank and then going to borrow money and put inside the bank. No, they just want to see that like the bank statement that you're providing to them is an active bank account, the money goes in and money comes out, so that when you go there, like, you're supposed to prove to them that when you go there, you're not going to be stranded, you're not going to be in need of money, and that. So like, it's supposed to be an active bank account that money goes in and money comes out, not for you to go and borrow and come and put the money inside and come and show to them. No, they'll bounce you. So after you have all your requirements, I'll list them on the screen so that you can save it. And so after you get all your requirements ready, then you go to the Canadian immigration page and then get your application form and then your family form, then you fill it out. And as a Ghanaian, I think you should try and check the VFS page, the one related to Ghana. Then you get more of the information about the application. Then I think that will link you to the Canadian Embassy, their website. Then you follow through the application and then fill out the forms and then send it. So after filling the application form and everything, I sent it to their email. I applied online, but you can send it to the Canadian Embassy if you want. But during my time, it was during COVID, so I applied online and I attached my parents' birth certificates to show that yes, they are my parents, and my study plan. The study plan is basically what shows what, like, it shows what you are going to do in Canada, and then what you plan on doing after, what will bring you back to Ghana. And so after I sent them the application and my parents' stuff, then I had an email to come and do my biometrics. And my biometrics is like, they take a scan of your fingerprints. That's if you haven't done it within 10 years. Then they take a scan of your fingerprints in it. I think everything costs around 900 cedis, 2,000 Ghana cedis. I don't know about now, but back then that's how much it cost. After I did my biometrics, it took a while. Like, the wait was long, like about a month. And then I was still a student at Legon. I didn't know whether to go and pay my school fees and continue my semester, or I should wait for like, that waiting period was very devastating. But after the wait, then I got an email from them saying that I should go and do my medical exam, and they have specific hospitals that you go and do your exam at, and mine was at Akai, so I went there to do my medical exam. So for the medical exam, I think they took my urine, they took an x-ray, and they ask you some petty questions. And at that time too, COVID was a requirement, so I did all that and then I went. And then after a short while, they sent another email telling me that my biometrics was for 10 years, so in case I don't get a visa and then I have to like apply for the visa again, I don't have to do biometrics. That was when my heart skipped a beat. Like, why are you telling me this? Why are you telling me that if I don't get a visa and then, are you guys trying to bounce me or something? Sorry. Anyways, I waited, and then past December, I didn't talk. I was still waiting. My friends were in school. I'm like, should I book a room? What should I do? So I was there waiting. I think in February, like School reopened in January. I still hadn't gone to school. In February, on February 3rd, then I got a call. No, I got an email. Yeah, I got an email. No, I think 29th January, I got an email saying that yes, my visa has been I'm saying I've accepted. Like, I've been given the visa and blah 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 blah. I was very excited. Now, for the visa to leave their office and come to me was a problem. I had to be going to DHL, like going and coming, going and coming. I go there and they're like, oh, the passport is not yet in. It's not yet in. I'm like, hey, people, what's taking so long? I think yes, when they tell you, I think yeah, they'll tell you to post your passport to them through DHL for their decision. So when you send your passport, then they put the visa inside. Then yes, they have to give you back your passport. Now they don't want to give me my passport. Okay, I think they gave it to DHL. DHL was just delaying with the deliveries. So I went there myself and then I went to collect my destiny. And I brought my destiny to my house. Then my heart became at rest. That's when I slept. Okay, so after I got my visa and my passport and my everything, it was time for me to book a flight. I'm not really familiar with any other flights than KLM, so I just went straight to KLM's website. I checked the prices. Then I went with my daddy. We went to their office to go and buy a flight. To go and book a flight. I bought my tickets. Then I was standing outside and I'm like, so this is it, like, you're going. And I don't know why this man was in a hurry for me to just leave. I'm like, what is your problem? Allow me to celebrate my... No, he just bought it. He wanted to buy it like on the 12th of February for me to go. When I just got a thing, I think 4th, that's when the thing landed in my hands. He wanted to buy it on the 12th for me to just leave. Oh, I'm like, no, like 14th is coming. You want to buy it on the 12th and 14th I should go. So I did some shakara and I'm like, nah, I want to go on the 16th. So I convinced him and he bought it for the 16th, 2 days after Valentine's Day. It was quite a very sad day for me, but yeah, stop laughing. But yes, so that was, and I think I forgot to tell you guys about accommodation and all that. So yes, there are so many ways of living in Canada, but me, because I was new to Canada and I have family at one part and then my school was at the other parts of Canada. It's like my school was at the north side and my family was at the south. So when I went there, I went to my auntie and I stayed with her for some time. Now in school, I didn't have anywhere to stay, so I just went to the school's website and I chose the school's residence and I paid, and as I was saying before, I had some technical issues. I went to the school's website and I checked their residence and then I paid for the semester that I was spending in school because somebody advised me not to pay for a year. So yeah, that's what I did, and then I just went with my bag with my clothes. But there's also a website called Homestay, and I think there's Kijiji, there's Rent Panda. That's basically like someone renting out a room to you, not a house or an apartment, like a room in their house to you, so you can go there and then get a place from there. But as a new person coming to Canada, I think it's best for you to stay with the school for maybe the first semester, like to get to know the place before you move out into the world. Do you understand? Because staying in the school gives you like a foundation, because like there are other new students in the school just like you, so you all just get to know the place before deciding to go out. And yes, about the bank statements, I really advise that you make it very heavy, because they look at all that, like they look at the amount of money in your accounts, because they bounce a lot of people because their bank statement is not heavy. It's like, you are telling me you want to go and study here, but the money in your account is not even showing that you can fly to Canada and come 2 times. Do you understand? And as international students, we pay like 3 times the amount that the locals pay. But so your bank statement has to be very heavy. What does that add for you guys? And yes, like when you are writing the sponsor, like the person that is sponsoring your studies, me like this, it was my daddy, so it's like they knew there was a connection. Like, do you understand? Those people really believe in like direct connections. If let's say maybe my third uncle or something was sponsoring my education, they wouldn't have, maybe they won't even give me the visa, because like somebody texted me one time and told me that he was bounced the visa because of family ties, and I asked him that whose name was on the sponsorship letter. He's like, oh, his uncle. And I'm like, oh, okay, but does your uncle share the same surname with you? He's like, no. When it happens like that, they feel like you've gone to take someone else's bank statement and you're coming to use to lie to them and those things. So like, I feel like the person that is sponsoring you should have a direct link to. I'll put the links of everywhere that I went to, but the first one is VFS, and the second one is the Canadian immigration website. And yes, that's what you should know. Just be researching, and then please, before you start all of this, your application, make sure that you have your passports. Not that you've gone to apply, you've gotten acceptance letters to the school, now you're applying for your visa, and then they're like passport number, and then you're coming to look inside my eyes, the eyes that is already knows. You're coming to look inside my eyes. So please get your passports ready, get everything ready. When they ask for this, you give. When they ask for this, you give, because everything that they give you like a time limit, is time bound. So when they ask for this, they're like, okay, you have from this to this to provide this to us. So I beg you, make sure everything is ready before you. And also, when you are going to apply for your visa, I told you initially that you make a first payment to secure your position at the school. Like when you get your acceptance letter, right, you make an initial installment. When you pay and you get your receipt, add your receipt to your passport, your bank statement, your acceptance letter, your sponsorship letter, and all those things, to like convince them that like you are actually going to school. You've even paid an initial installment to the school, so they are expecting you to come. Do you understand? Also, most of the things that they'll be asking you, they want you to upload them in PDF form. And if you have an iPhone, I think you can even scan it with your phone. So your transcripts, your everything, make sure you've scanned them. And then why are you crawling my video? I'm sure. Anyways, sorry about that. If it's maybe your transcripts and everything, make sure that you've scanned them and then they're on your phone. When they ask for your transcript, you just upload. Ask for everything. If you have any question, ask me and I'll answer you inside the comment section. But please make sure everything is set, ready, okay? So you add your receipts, like after you make your first payment, you add the receipts, the passport, your acceptance letter, your proof of funds, and your sponsorship letter, all these things, and maybe your parents' birth certificate and that. Then you add it to your documents and then you send it to them, whether by you have to post to them, I think through DHL. Then when they receive it, you're just trying to convince them that I'll come back to my country. But like, just try and convince them. Do you understand? So after you finish all of these your things, then you book an appointment on the VFS website. Like after you post your application and everything, then you book an appointment on the VFS website to go and do your biometrics there, you know. Then after that, the wait begins. But try and relax, okay? Canada is very too known. Relax for them. They'll play with your heart, but they'll give it to you, hopefully. If everything is right, they'll give it to you. They're not stingy. So yes, thank you for watching this video and I hope you like it. Give it a thumbs up and leave a comment if you have any question and I will answer you, okay? Bye babies.